Jim and me. Oh my! We can fly! You can fly! We can fly!
Isaiah 40 and 28. Hast thou not known, hast thou not heard, that the everlasting power, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. We'll read it again. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. The Lord is going to renew us like we were in the ancient world. I'm going to show you examples of how we were in the ancient world when we were in our strength. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles, meaning we're going to be able to fly. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. The Lord is going to renew our strength. Now I'm going to get another scripture. Let's go to the book of Psalms 103. Psalms 103 and 5. It says, who satisfieth thy mouth with good things, so that thy youth is renewed like the eagles. See that? Who satisfieth thy mouth with good things, so that thy youth is renewed like the eagles. Didn't we read that they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength? They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. In other words, in the kingdom, like I was saying before, when we went into 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, about the celestial and the terrestrial, in the kingdom, we're going to be what you call extraterrestrial. In other words, let me give you another name for it. Superman. Is renewed like the eagles. You see that? Is renewed.
Now, I just want to put down this dream I had last night, and it was a major superhero dream. So I was now before I start, all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Kakadash. Uh, um, so the dream started with me being on the highway, and some kind of way my car situation messed up, and I got in the car with these so-called, I don't know, these guys. I don't know if they was famous. For some reason, I had some. It was like a group of singers, of famous people, so-called famous people, and I got in their car, and we went to drive, and we took a turn, and the turn we took us to this place where it was like a abandoned hotel, and so it had like a high, like we was on the bridge, and the bridge took us way up high, but it had like stairs to it, and so we got at the top of the stairs and the bridge, or at the top of the bridge where the stairs connected to, and I was like, man, I don't want to go down these stairs. They too. I'm scared of heights. It's too high. So at the same time, then the dream transformed into a me going into uh like a hotel situation, and then it seemed like some of my family members was there, or whatever. So we was at the hotel and we spent the night, and so in the morning, we was getting ready to go, and then it was all kind of people there, family, and then these guys who I rode with. So for some reason, um, it seemed like I knew what was going to happen before it happened. And so one of the guys was like, uh, I don't know if he was a leader or he was an older brother, and he was like mad at somebody else or some random person that was the person was either drunk or he just was mad at the person. So I knew that he was going to kill the guy before anybody else. So he um he was starting to talk to the guy, or the guy was like drunk. He was drunk or something wrong with the guy. So the oldest brother, the leader guy, he went and said, "Man, um, he went into his situation, and I knew what he was going to do." So I'm like looking at everybody else and telling them, um, not really telling them, but I'm like doing facial expressions and like signaling, trying to tell them in other words what he finna do something, and telling them what not to do, like if they get to moving, cause he arguing with the person. So he eventually um pretty much was saying what he was gonna do also. So I'm like signaling signaling everybody else, and I'm in my mind thinking like people are, plan on killing you, and um a lot of people don't understand that people would sit around and just plan on killing you, and you don't even know nothing about it. And so he eventually um killed that guy. Boom. And everybody who I was trying to tell them that the dude planning on killing y'all or killing that dude, and he pretty much is a killer. And they they was like trying to figure out what I was saying, but I was trying to warn them that this dude finna do something. So he finally killed the dude, and then it seemed like he had a posse with him, and they was like, they was there, but they wasn't really there. But they popped up as soon as he killed the dude. So he was telling them to get the dude body, and then everybody else he was starting to round them up too. He was like, get him, and then you know what? Take all of these people out of here. So it transformed into pretty much now this dude he running the whole scene, and he telling his peoples to get everybody who's seen it and whatever, and then they start taking them down that big uh stairs, and taking certain people down. And while they taking certain people down the bridge or the stairs situation, at the bottom, uh, he was either trying to put people to death at the bottom, or do something to them. But it wasn't really clear. So I like went to the furthest. I went to like on one end of the bridge that was away from the stairs, and then it seemed like he started doing like witchcraft or something, some kind of chant to some false gods or some craziness. So I went to praying to Yahweh. I'm in the corner, and I just went to praying to Yahweh. Yahweh, I was just saying, I think I was just saying Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Um, I was just saying Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And next thing you know, um, it seemed like the situation morphed into a whole nother thing because oh, that's what happened. I was saying Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Then he he everything switched up, and the people that was on the scene, they all start saying what I was saying, and everybody was like looking up. And some people was on the ground, some people was on the bridge, and they was all everybody just turning around. Everybody I could see, they was saying Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. Looked at them and like thinking in my head like what happened to the dude and what he was doing, killing people or trying to kill people and sacrifice them or whatever he was trying to do. That just disappeared, and now everybody that was there was praising Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. So I it morphed back into being in the pretty much the room and with the group being like a it was like a movie star group or whatever, and it was time to go. They was leaving, so I was talking to my family. I was like uh talking to them about something, and then I went to asking them, well, where the people went, and they was like, oh, they done left, man. So I'm like, dang, they left without me. What the heck happened? How they leave without me? So um, I'm walking through the city, or I done walked down the bridge and looking for them, hoping to see them in the parking lot or something. But they left. Then I turned around, and then my people had done hit the road. I couldn't find their car, so everybody had left me, and I'm walking. So I go try to get back on the highway and start walking. But um, I don't know if I got frustrated or whatever happened. I was just like, uh, I don't know. I just went thinking about the Lord. I was just like, something going on, but the Lord got my back. So then I went to taking off flying. I just started flying, like thinking like the Lord got my back, and then boom, I went to flying. So I don't know where I was trying to go, but I'm flying through the city, flying, and then uh, I started flying, and I think I flew in somebody's house, took a bath real quick, flew out of their roof, uh, went to somebody else's house, and I was just flying in random places. Then I was getting starting to get angry, so I was just showing off that I could fly, and I didn't care about what people had going on. So I flew into like a restaurant situation where people was in there eating. And so I flew inside the building, and the people was like, "Hey man, you can't do this and that." They were trying to get on me. So I was like, starting to get angry, and I'm like, "Man, y'all can't tell me what to do." And it was like a country western bar or something. It was a bunch of little rednecks in there. And so Eddie was like the owner of the restaurant. He was a redneck, and he was like, "Hey man," trying to tell me to get out of there, stop whatever I was doing. I don't remember all the details, but so I got mad with him, and then I either got some of the food and flew out the roof, and then like he kept messing with me, and I kept getting angry. Then I was like on Brightburn. I just started flying through the whole restaurant and ripping the restaurant apart, like taking parts of the roof off. And another guy went to talking crap, so I went and ripping uh the roof off and like just doing the wild stuff to show that I had power. So it got to the point where I had to sat him on the top of the roof, the dude that was talking all the noise, and see like my brother was on the scene, my uh fleshly brother or my immediate brother, he was on the scene, and like his family or a couple of my other family members, they like watching what I'm doing, like this boy going in, and the dude he looking at me like trying to still talk stuff, like he wasn't humbling down, he was still wanting like, man, what are you doing? Get out of here! You don't supposed to do that, and he still got that attitude. So I'm still hot. Then all of a sudden, while he talking this mess, I just was quiet. I had got quiet, and then I just got a sharp burst of anger. I was just like, um, oh snap, computer went off. But yeah, I had a small burst of anger, and I'm just like, do you know where I get this power from? I was like, this power come from your power, and I just like scattered the whole restaurant and flew into the sky, and I was just like, man, that thing hit me so hard. I was like, this is just too real, man. It seems like so real, and I was just like flying through the city, flying all over the place, um, and it kind of got would keep blurring about the rest of it, but that restaurant part was just like so bright burn. Like he was flying through the house, tearing up the house, the lady screaming, and he grabbed the lady and flew through the house with her. Uh, it was so much like that. With the dude, he was talking mad cash. He was like, "Hey man, get out of here with that." So he just wasn't seeing no power that I had. He still was talking mess. So like I just got so angry, man. I just exploded on his mind. Like, do you know where I get this power from? Yahweh. And man, like everybody just like scattered, boy. And I like exploded up. You know how Superman just shoots, he just fly into the sky and start going real high, like I did one of them numbers. And man, that thing was powerful. And I went to flying all over the place, like I was on the highway, but I wasn't on the highway. It's like I was traveling, but I wasn't driving on a car. I was flying. And man, that thing, it was just so real. When I was flying through the people's houses and like taking showers, it's like it wasn't no electricity. It's like the town was shut down or deserted. But I just was going to different houses that was like expensive, like mansions. I was going to like big time houses, that was like laid out. It had marble all over the place. Had like a water it was like a jacuzzi type of tub with a sunroof on it, with or a glass roof. So when you in your tub, you can look up and see the sky. So I had was in that type of house or whatever, and so I it was like the water was clear. It was like a white marble, but the water was like blue. And so I was in the water and like I washed my body real quick, and I could see the sky at the same time. So after I got done, I just flew out of the top of the tub or whatever of the roof, and I flew to another area. But yeah, man, I was flying all over the place. It was really going down. But yeah, I wanted to put that on video because I don't have too many of them flying superpower dreams. But it was crazy how it started with the little witchcraft thing. The dude trying to kill everybody, and I was just like, man, I know what this dude finna do. Like I seen this before. I seen him do this. Like it was like a deja vu situation. Like I seen what he finna do, and I'm trying to warn these people up in the house that like he really finna kill somebody. He finna kill this dude, but nobody want. I couldn't really tell him like out loud because the dude was on the scene. So it was like I'm trying to communicate and warn them secretly about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So he finally did it, and uh when he was taking people downstairs, him and his little crew, he taking them downstairs, and he started doing that witchcraft. And I don't know if it was saying whatever, but it seemed like they was start doing some worshiping another god, and he like did a 360. First, he was just focusing on that one guy that was like drunk or he was like talking crazy, and he was like, "Man, I'm finna kill this dude, man. I'm finna get." He was telling one of his guys get some duct tape or get a shovel and get all this kind of stuff ready, so when I kill his behind, I can take him a certain place, or y'all could take him and bury him somewhere. So he's saying all this like to himself walking away, but nobody really wasn't paying attention. So I'm telling them like, "Hey man, this dude, I'm trying to sit him like it's finna go down up in here. Like this dude finna nut up and just go crazy." So he finally shot the dude, bow bow, and then the whole situation morphed into his crew start rounding everybody up and taking them down this long bridge and staircase thing. It was strange. It seemed like it was like a high staircase connected to a hotel, but it was also a bridge because we had to drive up the bridge to get to it. So, anyways, looking from down from the hotel or the like I would say like a castle on a hill or like a mansion on a mountain, and you can walk down it. Plus, you can drive down it. So he um he started that, and the people was like I don't know, they was screaming and uh looking in shock about what was going on. So eventually, I just I went to the corner and I just started praying or just saying Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Um, and I think I was like saying it loud, and it was like power was coming from me, and I started like keeping keeping them away from me. Like whatever I was saying, it was just like powerful, and uh, it's like I was looking, I was operating, but at the same time, I was like looking down at myself, and I was like saying Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. And so the whole everything transformed. But oh, I was looking down, and then by the time I looked up, then everybody was doing what I was doing. They were saying Yahweh Hashem Yahweh, and they was looking up, and I was like, dang, like man, I went to praying and I changed the whole situation. So then that's how that from that situation, I it morphed into me flying through the sky and running to the hotel, um, running to the hotel. I mean, the restaurant. Well, the Redneck restaurant. Where I I got angry and went to tearing up the building or showing out. First, I was showing out and showing what I had, what I could do or whatever, and then they went telling me to cut it out. Then I got angry and went to exploding on their behind, showing really, really what I got. But I was angry, and I could just remember seeing my brother's face, like he is really taking it there. Or like, what? How in the world did you get to doing this? And I'm like, just going in. And the dude finally said what he said. I said, "Do you know where I get this power from?" Like, how did you? In my head, I was just like, "You really saying something back to me?" You see, I'm like flying, bro. How did you even brave enough to come out your mouth and say something about what I'm doing? Like, bro, I'm like really flying right now, and you just ain't seeing no power that I got. So that thought just had me. Do you see where I get this power from? That jump was so crazy. But yeah, man, that was the two main parts. Just me with that in the beginning trying to warn them people about the crazy dude, and then me flying through the city, um, running to the rednecks and exploding on their behind. In the end, that part, the restaurant part was so powerful, it woke me up because I was in a deep sleep. But yeah, I just wanted to put that down on the tube about this dream, and I'll pretty much leave it there. I'll praise to you, how about Shem Yahweh Shah, Hashem Kakadash, Shalom.